Alrighty, hey, what's up? It's me. Hope your day is doing well. I hope your holiday season is going well. I'm your nosy neighbor lady, this your nosy neighbor lady show. And today we're gonna do the video as promised about the black woman who was pouring back gasoline. Look at me, Vaseline. Pouring gasoline on Dr. Martin Luther King's childhood home. Her name was Laneisha S. Henderson. She was 26 years old, and she poured gasoline on MLK's Atlanta home, and she's charged with attempted arson. She poured it on the window and the porch. You all have seen the video. And they actually have two separate videos. The one where she was pouring it on the porch and the people were calling to her like, "What are you doing? What are you doing, ma'am?" And then there's the other video where she was on the ground being held down by a Burger King. But she was also charged with interfering with government property on Thursday. So this was last Thursday at 5:45 p.m. And like they say, the passerby saved an important part of American history, and it was a tourist destination. It was actually under renovation until 2025. So this is where Dr. Martin Luther King spent his first 12 years of his life. And Laneisha was a Navy vet who struggled with mental illness. She served 4 years in the Navy. She caused no permanent damage. And they said that it became a museum after he passed away in 1968, or when he was assassinated in 1968. And they say King lived there the first 12 years of his life, and his parents moved there after they got married in 1926. They did say she was struggling with mental health issues. They say she seemed irritated and on edge. They did also note that she was never violent or aggressive with me, but she kept trying to get past, and I kept blocking her. They say she never responded when asked what she was doing or why she was doing it, and we all saw that on the video. The passers-by actually called two men down the street who happened to be New York police departments. They were off duty, of course, and also they were down there touring the area too. And the article said that her family actually had been looking for her because she's really going through a mental health crisis. And we know that a lot of times when people come back from serving in anything dealing with the armed forces, the Army, the Marines, the Navies, and how that definitely could change a person forever. PSTD or PTSD, whichever it goes, post-traumatic stress syndrome. Yes, that's what it's called. And like this video if you can. I'm your nosy neighbor lady. This your nosy neighbor lady show, and we need likes, but I wanted to do this video because I wanted to know why. As the nosy neighbor lady, and we investigating discovery over here, and we want to know the root of the issue, and we want to know what black women are thinking and how black women are feeling and how black women mind works. And when I initially heard this story, I thought like anybody else that it was another race of people. I could not fathom or understand how it could be a black woman. But then as a black woman in this new world where black women are accepting that things are not as we perceive them to be, and that things in the black community are not as we perceive them to be, or not as people have told us it was. And as black women who are realizing that the black community really doesn't support black women and black children, and how the biggest threat to the black community is a Burger King. So I wrote down a few things that I thought she might have thought about. And then actually I just thought about too how we have channels, black women channels, who talk about black history and the real black history that's not in school books and that's your black father's not going to tell you about. Well, he's not there, so he's not going to tell you about it anyway. And most likely, if he is, he's not educated. But even with the rise in the internet and people saying that Martin Luther King actually was in love with a white woman, and people saying that Martin Luther King was a philanderer and slept around and had many partners outside of his marriage, and with people saying that Martin Luther King, I saw a comment that said maybe she was mad because he was a Republican. Now, is that true or not? I don't know if he's a registered Republican when he passed away. I honestly don't know. And even seeing that the civil rights movement was a lie, and we have a lot of black women who feel like the civil rights movement was not for black people to actually have rights. It was for black men to get access to other races of women who they really wanted to marry and love. And maybe because black men are not judged by the content of their character, she could have been angry with that. This harsh realization that black women are coming to terms with, black men don't even want to date, marry, or be in relationships with black women. They want to be in relationship with other races of women and not black women. They don't believe in, maybe she's coming to the harsh realization that there is no black family, that there is no black love, and that the black community is in shambles, and that there are vacant buildings, and blackness represents hood, ghetto, not anything productive. You know what I'm saying? So maybe she realized black men hurt everybody. Maybe she realized that for the last 400 years, black people have not done anything to push themselves forward. Maybe she was a social justice warrior and realized that black women only want justice and black men don't. Maybe she realized that the justice system that's supposed to be against black men is really just repeat offenders who keep going back to jail. I just really... I thought I had to cough. But I just really wondered, did she get radicalized on the internet and actually found out about the real truth about the black community? And how everything she ever believed in is not true. And that black women want freedom, but black men really don't. Even with people saying black men need to build. Coming to harsh realizations that other races, groups of people have come to this country and built all kind of things and came up on all kind of money over generations, and black people are still stagnant and not doing nothing and singing rap songs and singing about drugs and gang violence and degrading women in their songs. Maybe she's been, and I do feel like, as we talk about here a lot of times, with mental health and when black women's mental health, and how black women are flipping out, tripping out, and putting things, you know what, I'm gonna say this like this: black women can't accept the state of the black community is the way it is because of the black fathers and the black kings. And I feel like maybe it punched her upside the head and it was a harsh reality and her mind couldn't take it, and it just said, let's go to the root of the problem. Dr. Martin Luther the King. Even with Malcolm X being, some people call him a LGBTQ member, we'll say that. Medgar Evers and all these different people and all these real facts coming up about great prominent black leaders, even when we think about Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton, and what have they really changed? Because it's a hood still in every city across the world, and they blaming the white man, but won't look to the man who really is committing all the crime in these communities and making it dangerous in these communities. So I just feel like she got her wake-up call and didn't know how to take it, because even with black women flipping out the airport, even the lady we did who stole the ambulance from the hospital, growing up and realized that when you have a baby, that baby is your baby and there ain't no man coming. Even Miss Katoria Hutton, who took her life and her children's lives. We didn't see these type of stories when we were young. Even reading a story overnight where Some black women college students got into it with some white men over what? I think black women really need to take a step back and let this race thing go. How can I let it go? They gonna do this, they gonna do that. We're in a racially hostile time, you all. You have to grow up. Even with women who see what's going on in the black community and they want to call us anti-black. It's called I want to be safe. It's called I work too hard for my things. It's called I want some peace. It's called I don't want to be robbed and knocked upside the head. It's not anti-black. And if it is anti-black, who made these black women feel like this? Who did all these things to these black women? Because white men did not try to do nothing to me that hurt me, violated me, my body, my space, my time. Ain't no white man left me a single mother. Believe it or not. And you all want to keep holding on to this race thing. It's fine. You can. But it's a dangerous society right now. And you all are going to lose your careers. You're going to lose your sanity. You're going to be in jail when these people do whatever they're going to do. You have to ask yourself, is it worth your future? We just did Kiana Adams, the firefighter, a black woman firefighter, and I do believe I want to do the black woman cop. Because no matter how you feel, and like I always say, it might not be right, it might not be fair, but as a black woman, you're going to be judged by your skin. Because other black women have made it bad for other black women. And whether you're highly educated or not, you need to present yourself with respect. You need to show yourself respectful because they do think you're coming to steal. And it's not because black people don't steal. It's because it's a black woman who look like you right now who walking in the store stealing. Is it racial profiling? Other black women made it hard for you, honey. You got to call the black woman thieves and boosters and tell them, I hate that you made it hard on us. Okay? But like I said, you all can stand up for what you want to, but this is a racially hostile climate. I never thought I would live in a world or see a world where we had to go through this as a black woman. But black women have been black people so long. Black women have been black men so long. Black women have not carved a place and a separate lane for themselves because we always rooted for and stuck up for black men. Now we're seeing the detriments of that and how it's hurting us as black women. And we the only ones suffering. Us and our children. And maybe Miss Laneisha Henderson might have got hit with that harsh reality. That at the end of the day, don't nobody in the black community care about her life. That at the end of the day, she gonna be blamed for everything. And at the end of the day, she can't seem to catch a break. And at the end of the day, ain't no black community. Ain't no black family. And I hope this girl don't go down too many years but I don't know the charges for attempted arson in that state of Atlanta. But I think it's a new group of black women rising up that the world may or may not be ready for. But people tired. People tired. And black women are getting tired. As I know as a black woman, I'm very tired. I'm very tired. And I want to see some change. I definitely want to see some change. And however that change come, I want some things to change because I don't want to live in fear. But my community is majority other races of people. I'm just hoping whoever they move in next door to me is not a black girl. It ain't gonna be no black man because they don't pay for shit. But I'm just really hoping that it's another race of girl or another race of family. So while y'all being beautiful, innovative, and creative, y'all can let me know what y'all think about this. But y'all know this is a tough love show, and we always do hard issues. And If you like this video, hit like. If you dislike it, hit dislike. But it's really coming to a point where we as grown black women, we got to be able to agree to disagree. All this begging and pleading and acting like and faking like, y'all is too grown. People getting tired. And when you come in the door with your black face, whether you tall, short, skinny, dark, income, no income, you have to prove yourself. And it's just sad that we are here. And it's only going to get worse. So if you don't separate yourself from these people, you're going to fall with them. Because if y'all don't think it's a plan, it is a plan. Now, stay beautiful, innovative, and creative. And I'll definitely see you later. And we'll see what video we going to do next. And we out. Bye.